Okay, first we will do a safety check. I always do multiple safety checks before I do a video. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the top of the magazine, nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the top of the magazine, nothing in the magazine, still nothing in the chamber. So both these guns are safe and ready to go. Today I want to take a moment to discuss one of the handguns, model of handguns that I feel is probably the most underrated and poorly marketed gun on the handgun market today, and that is the SIG P250. I think these are one of the most innovative guns to come out in a long time, and a high quality gun on top of that. Just feel that they've suffered from poor marketing and poor perception right now. I want to do a quick video here about the two that I own, and we'll discuss them. This is a SIG P250 Compact, SIG P250 Subcompact. I own both of these, so we will get into the video here. The SIG P250 is a relatively new gun to the market. It's been out for a little while. The first edition had some issues with the compact style, so they have redesigned that. This is the new redesigned model. The old model has the logo right here in the middle, and the bottom plate is different here on the magazines. The old magazines are not interchangeable with this new one, so if you have the new one, you have to get the new magazines. If you have the old one, you have to get the old magazines. But SIG had some issues with the compact model, so they did a full redesign on that, took care of the issues. That really hurt them, in my opinion, because a lot of people still don't realize that the gun that had some issues at first is not the same gun they make now. Otherwise, these guns are very well made. They're definitely a SIG polymer gun. I mean, they are sturdy. They are, I think, not bad looking, but they're definitely well made. They come with SIG night sights on them. They're a little thick. SIGs are thick. Not much thicker than other comparable guns, but they're pretty thick. These come in everything from 9mm up to 45, including the 357 SIG and the 40 Smith & Wesson. The compact here is my favorite of the two. The subcompact is for carry more. This is my home defense gun here. I keep it around for home defense. Very fond of it. Fits my hand really well, has a really good feel. The plastic is a little plasticky feeling because it's not textured, but other than that, it's still a pretty good feeling gun in your hand. Has an accessory rail. Does have the standard accessory rail now. The old SIGs had the curved proprietary accessory rail. This one now has the standard accessory rail on it. Very nice gun. Very fond of it. Like I say, it comes in every caliber from 9mm up to 45. Both of these are 40 Smith & Wesson. I'm a big fan of 40 Smith & Wessons. There are some design features of the SIG P250 that make it unique. So let's discuss those. When you talk about the SIG P250, you have to discuss the fact that it's modular. I know some people think guns, all semi-autos are modular because you can change you can buy new slides, you can buy new barrels, you can buy new triggers, but this gun is completely modular. Even the frame is not part of the overall gun. The only legally registered part of the gun is this little module in the inside. You can see the little plate here through the plastic. You can see the plate on that one there too. Those plates can be changed. I can make this gun that serial number and this gun that serial number with just by switching the internals of the gun. I'll try here to disassemble it quickly to show you how easy that is to do. SIGs are very easy to disassemble. Everyone knows. You just slide the little lever down and then release, and right off it comes. That's just how hard it is to, the rest is pretty self-explanatory, but that's how hard it is to disassemble a SIG. But the main part about this gun, the part that makes it unique, and if I can get it out here I'll show you, is that this part, once you take that out, this part lifts up out of the gun. Don't want to take it completely out because I don't have to put it back in. But this little part right here just comes completely out. that little metal, that stainless metal bracing there comes right out of the gun. Snaps back in. You just kind of lever it back in there and snap it down in. I don't want to take it all the way out right now because I don't want to have to fuss on camera putting it back, but it's easy to do. That is the only registered part of the gun. That. It's got the trigger attached, the hammer attached. The frame is completely interchangeable, so you can switch that back and forth if you want. I can take the internal out of this one, put it in that one. Vice versa. You don't even have to buy a new internal if you want different size guns. You can just keep the same gun and switch the internal out from frame to frame. Just buy new frame, new slide. And that's all you have to do. So that's a pretty unique part of this gun. Put it back together here. As you can see, I could do that without really looking at the gun because I'm looking at the camera screen here, which makes it a little harder, but did that pretty effortlessly. Let's just try to say that word again. Even without looking at the gun, so you can imagine how easy it is to do when you're not trying to do a video. But that makes this gun unique to me. I am extremely OCD about my guns and their finishes, especially scratches, nicks, dings. Can't stand them. They drive me crazy. I've been known to sell a gun because it had a minor nick on it and buy a new one of the same gun. That's my mental illness. I deal with it. I'm accepting of it. I'm okay with it. Gives me an excuse to buy a new gun anyway. But with these guns, that's a thing of the past. Because if I was to drop this, put a big ding on the plastic frame, scratch on the slide. Slide's stainless. I could repair that. But polymer, you can't sand and scratch out a polymer very well without leaving a big flat spot or a dull spot. So what would I do then? Well, I would just get on the internet. I would look up the frame to the compact SIG P250, and I would order a new frame. $45 for a new polymer frame. And you're going to be like new. Now that to me is amazing that you can do that. And I'm surprised that more people haven't caught on to that. Now one place I think this would be, another thing, a place where I think this would be useful is if you live in a state that only allows you certain weapons on your carry permit, or only allows you a certain number of weapons on your carry permit. Let's say your carry permit is gun specific and you have to register a serial number, which some are. You can register the serial number of the internals of this gun, but you can buy a compact frame and slide and a full-size frame and slide for those internals. And you could have a full-size gun, a compact gun, and a subcompact gun, all with the same serial number that you could carry on your carry permit. Totally legal. That's the only registered part of the gun. So it's no different than changing the sights or the hammer. So that's what makes this gun unique to me. That, when you add that to the fact that it's a quality built gun, I think this is one of the better polymer guns on the market. And it's unique, it's innovative, and I think if people caught on to it and SIG marketed it a little better, it would do really well. Now we will discuss the manual of arms on this gun a little bit, the platform. I, as people know, revolver lover. Semi-autos are an afterthought to me. I really like my revolvers. One thing I like about this gun, it's just to me like carrying a double action revolver. Remember, this gun has been safety checked, so if you pull the trigger, it's just like a very smooth double action revolver trigger. I mean, you can see that's smooth. I'm not having to jerk the gun to pull it, and I'm reaching at an odd angle here, and I'm still able to hold the gun steady while pulling the trigger. It does have double strike capabilities. It is a true double action only gun. It's not just one of those ones that mimics being double action like a car or something where they call it a light double action, but you still require the slide to cycle between each round to fire again. This does not require the slide to cycle. If you have a gun that doesn't strike a round that doesn't strike properly the first time, you can try again. And people say, well, why wouldn't a round fire the first time? Believe me, I've had multiple rounds in my life in revolvers that did not fire the first time around, fired the second time around. So you got to be careful that they don't go off on their own like a slow detonation, but you got to be careful with that. But this does give you that second chance to pull the trigger again, which is a good thing to me. And plus, it gives you that manual of arms. It's like a revolver, and I love revolvers. Okay, the main problem this gun has faced, there's two big problems I think it's faced. One is during trials, the compact did not perform very well. I mean, it performed fairly well, but they did say there were a lot of user-caused failures. I don't know exactly how they define user-caused, but they did, and they do. So there was a lot of failures on the gun. SIG completely redesigned the gun since then. Because of that, a lot of people would see the older guns online, and they were dropped down to like $389, $399 to clear out the compact models. You very seldomly saw the two-tone, because if you did see a two-tone, it was usually a nickel version, which I stay away from nickel. I like stainless. And it was the old model gun, and it was cheap. So once those have kind of petered out now, they're not available anymore, people look at the new gun and they're like, well, why is it not so expensive now? I'm not buying a gun that had issues for that much money when I could have gotten it for $399 before. And it's like $600 now. The reason for that is, like I say, that was the old gun, these are the new guns. The new guns don't have that problem. There's one thing I can't really figure out from SIG right now, though, and that is what they're doing with the springs. They put out a release that said they were switching all the springs to the new coiled spring. That was one of the design changes for the new model. And then, I buy this. It's got the new spring. I buy this one. This was made in November. This one was made in December. So this is the newer gun. Flat coil spring. So I haven't been able to get confirmation on that. I don't know if it was just in the compact versions that they went to the newer spring, or did they just do it? Or did they do it in all their guns supposedly? It may just be in the subcompact, or in the compact, I mean, and not in the subcompact. But my compact does have the coiled spring that they said they were going to. That's one of the issues it faces. The misconception that people don't understand that there is a new model of the compact. So they wonder why it was cheap before and why it's expensive now. That's why this one doesn't have the problems the other one had. I've shot hundreds of rounds through both of these, both flawless. I hate that word flawless, but that's an appropriate word. The other issue I think these guns have faced is marketing. I'm not sure what's up with SIG lately. I really do believe, I know that some of their management has made comments that they don't want to be a handgun company anymore. They want to be a rifle company. That's fine, but you still do make handguns, so let's market the ones you make. The handguns they still seem to be concentrating on are more of their combat handguns and some small self-defense handguns like the P250. And instead of innovating those handguns or creating new ones, they just are making like 10 different versions of each handgun, which I guess is great because a lot of people want different things from their guns, so they're offering lots of different options. But to me, you're letting some guns go completely neglected while you're making 10 versions of a P250. This gun is just one of the most innovative guns I've ever seen, and they're not marketing it properly. So I don't know why, but I guess that's their business. Me, I'm just glad I got one. I hope they keep making them so that I can keep getting service for them, because I really like them. Another feature of this gun I'll talk to you about the module capability of it, I guess being modular. I don't know exactly the right terminology to use there, but another thing is the grip sizes are different. This is a medium grip right here. You can order this grip in a large grip, which is like a 1/4 inch bigger, or a smaller grip, which is this size. This is the smaller grip. I got the smaller grip on the subcompact, which I believe that's all it comes in the subcompact. But in the compact and the full size, you have all three choices. I went with the medium. It fits my hand the best. You can have the different grip sizes, the different, frame size, different slide size. So it's a really modular gun. One of the things I think they could do to improve this gun's visibility and this gun's sales is to provide custom build shops at gun resellers. If you could go in, pick your frame size, pick your caliber size, pick your grip size, pick your slide, that'd be fun. I think it'd be great. You'd be able to tailor your own gun to your own hand. They're not doing that. They're really falling down on promoting the modular nature of this gun. That's just a little what I would be doing if I was selling a gun this innovative. I would be really stressing that, and they don't seem to. Like I say, I think they've gone more to where they're more into the combat handgun and the rifle market, and they don't really care about anything in between. So it's the only thing I can figure out why they're neglecting such a good gun. But in summary, great gun. If you get a chance to get one at a good price, I definitely would. It's a really, really good gun, and it suffers a little bit from perception problems, marketing problems, but as far as quality, very accurate, shoots very well. I love the double action trigger. It's one of the best double action triggers I've ever fired in a semi-auto, bar none. Shoot one. If you like revolvers, you will love this trigger. It's sturdy, it's well built, feels good in your hand. Like I said, it does. The plastic does feel a little cheap. That's because it's flat and not textured. Once you get one loaded up, they feel a lot better. All polymers, I have that problem with when I hold a polymer gun and it's empty. I'm like, this waiting on this is horrible. Once you load these up, they really feel good. So if you get a chance to try one, try one. Don't be scared off by the price going up a little bit on them. You're still getting a great gun for the price. And that's my opinions on the SIG P250. I am a bit of a SIG fan, so take that into account when you listen to this. But otherwise, I feel that everything I said here is honest. So once again, thanks for watching. This is the Yankee Marshal.